So as of the last two videos, they've been very eventful. A lot of cities have fallen, a lot of civs have been destroyed. And the ideologies are becoming a bigger and bigger deal, I guess, in this campaign. And we do know for a fact now that teams don't necessarily have to choose the same ideology. Perfect example, Russia here choosing autocracy, while their other team members, the Polish and the Ottomans, choosing order. Who's winning the tourism game? Germany is. Okay. And Germany might be the ones here to destroy the Assyrians. They might, potentially, we'll see. Overall unhappiness. I'm sorry, here we go. We'll just look at unhappiness. Boom. -6 from Russia, then China, then Austria, then Korea. So that's why we're seeing a lot of barbarians, which is kind of cool. We actually don't see that very often. A lot of rebellion, a lot of rebels have been popping up, which is kind of entertaining to watch. Briefly, before we keep on going here, let's go ahead and check on religion. It's been a while. Looks like there's two dominant religions right now. Islam of the Arabian Empire, which I think is under control of the Ottomans right now. Yes, Mecca is under Ottoman territory. Then we have Catholicism with the Aztecs, which the Aztecs aren't doing very good. And I believe it's the Germans that have access to that holy city. Yes, it is. All right, so we'll have to keep that in mind. Anyways, next turn, let's continue onward. The Assyrians might be destroyed. And the big development here is there are now teams with only 2 team members, which is a big deal. Canada and America being one, and China and Korea being the other. So will they be able to stack up well against Team 6, Team 3, and Team 8? I don't know. Team 7, notice I didn't count Team 7 there, because Team 7 is an interesting spot where it's just the Zulu, pretty much. It's pretty much just the Zulu. I understand Morocco is kind of there, but Morocco is, I don't know. Morocco hasn't been doing anything. They're in a tough position because they don't want to go to war. They don't want to go to war with both Rome and Germany. So that's why we haven't seen much at all kind of in this region. So anyways, they're clearly launching a sneak attack against somebody. I don't know if that's for Poland, but then Morocco sucks. Well, I'm not saying Morocco sucks. I mean, it sucks for Morocco because they can't even go to war with the Ottomans because they have to worry about the Russians too. I mean, luckily they're kind of in a safe spot because Rome completely, shields them somewhat. But that shield, I mean, with one citadel, could be broken. Anyways, so what do we see here? Bismarck secretly plotting against Montezuma. The Aztecs have denounced America. I don't know who else they'd be going for. This small sneak attack here. And yes, the Germans are going to attempt to take over Assyria and destroy them from the game. That will be the first team we've seen fall. We have Germany after the... Ooh, there it is. Bam. Okay, so maybe that was a... That looks like Morocco declared that war then. Because Morocco knew what they were doing. I think Morocco declared the war for the Zulu. Which, something to keep in mind, is that the Austrians were moving through... I don't know, it could have been Austria too, though. See, that's interesting. That's really, really interesting. If, to the plain eye, you didn't notice anything there. But what we saw was that Austria was moving through Zulu territory with open borders. I think it was Morocco that declared the war for Rome, calling in Germany. That's fine. But the thing was, Austria, somebody with open borders, is able to now go to war with the Zulu and be right next to a city. That's huge, because normally when you do that, if it's just a single-player individual team game, or no team game, I should say, you get popped out of their territory for a second. But that's not going to be the case for Austria. That's really, really big news. So Shaka's pieced out with China and Korea, and Poland is pieced out with China and Korea as well. That's Poland, Russia, and the Ottomans. We have... Oh, and we knew about that. Oh, no, the Zulu... Yes, no, we knew about that. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused here. Morocco's adopted order. I'm not going to choose anything here. Let's see if they get popped out now. I mean, maybe it's just a turn thing. No, they didn't. But Austria is not technically going for the war. They're not, going for it here, which is also very confusing. Austria also now needs to defend itself against the Inca from the north, because that war was just declared. Zulu's adopted order. So, I mean, maybe the AI isn't... Well, now the AI is starting to attack Zulu units. Still kind of interesting, though. Bam, first Roman city has fallen. Zulu back at war with the natives. Wait. First Roman city, right? I thought... I think Rome captured it back? Ooh, Rome might have some success up here, though. How's Germany doing? Germany seems to be okay. They had a lot of military units next to Fez as it was. Ooh, are they going to be able to finish the siege here? I'd like for them to destroy... Yeah, there you go. Okay. Good for Germany. Good guy, Germany, helping me out. So there had been an exchange. So Morocco took Susa, and Rome took their old city back. Neapolis? I don't know. Latin, I'm so bad at Latin. I'm terrible at Latin. I'm terrible at languages in general. I can't even speak English. But anyways, Canada might also be contributing to the African coalition, because Canada would be going after Nobamba here. Germany, wait, when? Montezuma has been taken by Germany. Oh, dang, I wasn't even paying attention to that. I didn't realize they had launched a siege there. Ooh. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so Germany's going to be fine. Bismarck's going to be safe because Poland and the Ottomans and Russia aren't nearby. But the northern part of this might be the complete collapse here of Rome, because the Russians and the Ottomans will be attacking. Uh-oh. Germany might be on their own here. And that would suck, because Rome was still somewhat helpful. Somewhat helpful for them. Really? Been captured by Austria. They took Busen here. Oh, I didn't... Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. For some reason, I thought that Busen was the Korean capital. It wasn't. That's surprising. And now we have the Canadians over here. Oh, my gosh. Could Africa be the next power to fall? That would be a huge surprise, I think, to most people. I think that'd be a pretty big surprise. The Americans are trying to take out Songhai completely from the campaign. Oh, that's right. I forgot the Ottomans controlled this territory, so they will still have to worry about that. Boom, there goes that. Luckily for Germany, Morocco is collapsing, so they don't have to worry about, you know, their siege of Fez, or their defense of Fez. Rome has taken over Casablanca. Bam. This is because they are #1 in manufactured goods. Bismarck is a beast when it comes to production. So this shouldn't have been a surprise for anybody. That's going to give him an extra culture increase for 20 turns, 100%. And then they're all going to get, a lot of people are going to get a free social policy and 500 points towards a golden age. Anyways, this is insane, because these team members, you'd never know who's going to fall here. It's completely up in the air every single time. So Austria took Nobamba, and the Zulu are down to 2 cities. Yeah, so the African powers, I think just like that, in the course of like 5 turns, are done, pretty much. I think Songhai will eventually be destroyed. They might not be destroyed this time around, but they'll eventually be destroyed, I believe. We have Morocco being destroyed by Rome, but Rome in turn is also going to be, I think, obliterated here. The Germans don't even care about these massive wars that are going on. They're continuing to go after cities. I didn't know. The Germans the Germans are at war with the natives. That's right. So, bam. And just like that, Germany's going to take over the Aztecs. And the Aztecs will be eliminated from the game in the next turn, I think, if the Polish don't distract them too much. Oh, you got lucky. Ooh, you got lucky. Oh, who is that? That's Rome getting lucky. Okay, so America is at war now, though. America needs to watch that. They'll be fine. The Ottomans aren't focused on that just yet. They're going after the Songhai capital. So that will keep the Romans safe against... So clearly they don't have to be at war for 10 turns anymore. Anybody can make a peace deal. So anyone can declare the war, I believe. I believe anyone can declare the war. I'm not talking about this notification. I'm talking about this notification. Anybody can declare the war, and anybody can peace out. So usually I think there's a requirement that you have to be at war for like 10 turns or something like that, I've noticed. And you don't need to do that anymore. So Germany is... so somebody saved Rome's butt here. And it might even end up with the destruction of Morocco completely. And Rome is gonna be powerful again. Rome is going to be powerful here again, I believe. Now they don't have to worry about defending Rome, like their capital, I mean. Boom, there goes the Aztec capital. They can now focus their sights on the final 3 Moroccan cities that, Rome has already begun. So this is going to bring Rome back into the game. Single-handedly, I think Germany did this all themselves. Germany is a beast right now. And they, I think, single-handedly almost saved Rome. And they're going to kind of revive Augustus. Oh, so Songhai will not be destroyed because now the Americans or the Chinese are going to go after Washington. Embargo against everybody. There's pretty much going to be no trade routes. Okay. How are the Zulu doing? The Zulu are okay. The Austrians were making progress, but now they're going to have to stop, back up, defend against the Inca because Vienna is about to fall now. This is insane. This is crazy. This is so crazy. What I've been noticing too, what difficulty are we on? Just to be sure, we're on Emperor difficulty. So what I've been noticing as well is it seems like the success that the AI has had at taking cities has been rapidly, exponentially growing. At the very beginning of the campaign, we didn't see anybody taking cities. It was too chaotic. But I feel like every single video now, we're constantly seeing cities taken over and over and over. This is weird. This is very, very weird. I like it because we're going to have a fun late game. But it was a little bit worrying in the beginning of the campaign because I didn't know if cities were actually going to fall here. So, bam, that's huge. And America lost their capital, China. Wow. That's a pretty powerful deal, too. We'll see if Morocco gets destroyed. Again, the African powers, just like that, have been conquered. And Washington is going to be in a tough spot. He just lost his capital, which could be the downfall. Canada's, running. He's like, no! He's like running back up to save his teammates' capital. It's going to be a little bit too late, though. This is going to save the Zulu. The Zulu should be safe. The African powers could make a slight comeback since Songhai can maybe take over an American city. But I think Morocco's done. Morocco's done. And they were kind of sandwiched in between Germany and Rome. That's gonna happen. Korea's announced the Inca. Germany hasn't set their sights on anything else, right? No, not yet. But they are starting to snowball. That is the Germans. And there's going to be a race for this city. Oh, no, they just peaced out. Okay, so Morocco will remain alive for now. Morocco will survive for a little bit, but there is a really strong power growing. And I think right now it's very clear it's down to three teams. It's down to this team, the Germans, the Romans, the Austrians. Originally, who we found to be kind of a great team a few videos ago that I thought were going to start to run away with it, the Ottomans, Russia, and Poland. And then Team 6, who is down to only 2 members. Actually, I don't know if I should say this. They are down to 2 members, but these are I don't know if I can consider them kind of that third great team. The African powers are too weak. I mean, the Chinese and the Koreans could make a slight comeback here, but I think it's coming down between Team 3 and Team 8. The 2 European teams, I think, might be at the advantage here. Now, who knows what's going to happen? I think that each video kind of brings in a drastic shift in power to certain teams. I think we could see a comeback from China and Korea. If China continues to have success here, then maybe we will see China with that comeback. Luckily, it would just be China too. It'd be China on their own if they take as many American cities over as possible, because Korea will fall, I think, within a matter of time. Bam, Timbuktu has now been taken. And this part of America is completely undefended. These former Songhai cities. New York, actually, America has no military at all. So we'll see if maybe even the Ottomans try to capitalize on this. It looks like they might be maybe attempting to take Philadelphia at some point. So the African power is no longer after the natives, or vice versa. Same thing, African power is no longer at war with Canada or America. Zulu settling 2 more cities, which is smart because they're going to need to rebuild their empire. Oh, Canada's at war with Poland. So yeah, the Ottomans will be going after American territory, but China needs to take that before. Bam! Okay, Canada. You're going to need to start capturing cities. That's a good move, but you're going to need to start capturing a lot more cities because if your neighbor to the north falls, you will be on your own. Is there anybody else on their own? No. But there's several teams with only 2 members now. The Mayans are secretly plotting against Shaka. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next turn. Maybe Canada will defend Philadelphia and New York. Barbarians popping up, but I don't think China really cares. America goes first, so they will be able to, I think, destroy this Great War Infantry. I don't know if they're going to lose. They might not lose these 2 cities. It's possible that they don't. Ooh, man. See, the Romans were very, very, I think, open to an attack, on the verge of collapse at all. I guess during this entire campaign, as the Russians and the Ottomans continue to grow their front in the northern part of the Roman Empire. But now, because Germany has these new borders, first of all, they're going to destroy Morocco at some point, but Germany could also at any point, so even though Rome might fall to the Ottomans and Russia, the Germans could completely wipe out the Polish, I think. They could completely wipe out their team member, which would be giving them a new border with the Ottomans. That war will eventually happen, and it's going to be big, I think. I don't know when it will happen. There's still a lot of cleaning up to do. Oh, I've got a free spy. I'm going to need to check in on that. Yep, I don't think the Chinese will take over these cities, which the Chinese actually needed if they wanted to kind of come back with Korea on their back, but I guess not. Okay, so we are spying on the natives, the Africans. We definitely need to put somebody. I'm thinking, who's the powerhouse here? I think compared to score, the Ottomans are the strongest. I feel like the Ottomans and Russia, though, are pretty much the same in terms of strength. Embargo of China, embargo of the Ottomans. I think, yeah, I think of it as like the Russians and the Ottomans pretty much on the same level of strength. But maybe not. I mean, if Philadelphia falls, which is inevitable, to Suleiman. Suleiman? I think it's Suleiman. Oh, not yet, though. Maybe next turn. Oh, the world is going to get so much smaller, which is crazy. The world is just getting smaller and smaller. Nations are being destroyed. And it's still, I think, a very close game. A very, very close game. Which I really, really like. That's awesome. We'll see how long it takes before the African powers are declared by Germany and Rome. Austria growing in strength too. Let's not forget about that. Austria did take 2 cities away from the Zulu. And Austria also did not lose Vienna to the Inca, which I thought was going to happen. But that didn't happen. Okay, so bam. You're saved for now, but America's divided. America's drastically divided here. Notice that the Central European powers are like almost 500 points ahead of the Eastern European powers. I think just something to keep in mind. Okay, so peace deals have happened, so America will survive for now. We'll see how long that ends up happening. Turn 363, soon to be 364. I think we are at a small time of peace, but we will see. I guess not anymore. But we'll check in on the wars as of now in the next video. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.